Buffalo Under the Helmet, presented by Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center, is the show for football fans. Behind-the-scenes stories, personal moments, and authentic Buffalo pride all season long. Tune in on YouTube anytime, anywhere.
That's the noise of Bill's Mafia. Welcome to Buffalo Under the Helmet and Wingnuts. The official home of Buffalo Under the Helmet, brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. I'm Rich Gensler, and our guest this evening is Bill's rookie DT, Deone Walker. Give it up for Dion, everybody.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely, man. Hey, look, you heard about Bill's Mafia when before you got here, when you got drafted, all of that, and here it is right in front of your face, man.
Yeah, they told me it was going to be different, but, I didn't really believe. But now I see it's a whole nother level up here.
And we'll definitely ask you about the level that you played in, obviously at the University of Kentucky, high level there, SEC, and obviously with your first few games here in Buffalo. We'll talk about the Carolina game, which was fantastic for you. We'll get to that. We'll get to you taking on the Chiefs, obviously, this weekend. But right now, we're going to do a little segment called Get to Know Dion, okay? And I can't do this show this week without asking you about Halloween, right? So Halloween, growing up, what was your favorite costume? I mean, I can't imagine, I don't know how anyone would outfit you in a particular costume, because you do stand, and the program reads something like 6'7", 331. How accurate is that?
Pretty accurate.
Okay.
Pretty accurate.
So a Halloween costume for you. What was your favorite? How did you even get into one? You can't go to the Spirit Halloween costume store and get a costume for a guy your size,
No,
right?
I just did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was Beetlejuice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
Simone.
There it is.
Shout out to Street. I got their last size, too.
Yeah?
The last one. And if I was just going to be Scream or something.
Yeah.
Just had the mask on. Trick-or-treaters. Okay.
There you go. Halloween favorite candy? You got to answer that. What's your go-to?
Ooh, probably a Snickers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And Josh Allen has nothing to do with that, does he?
Yeah, nah.
No, of course. Did you ever have a Snickers moment? When you were in a particular place, you're like, man, I need a Snickers right about now, and get you back to you.
I had
Probably, yeah.
I had a few. Some 6 a.m. mornings around lunchtime, you're like, I'm tired. Eat one of those, I'm good.
Snickers, if you're watching, just save me. Yeah. All right, so Deone Walker, we'll see with the Halloween theme. What are you afraid of?
I don't know. Spiders?
Spiders?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not heights?
Nah, not
You're
really.
already tall, right?
But
Are you afraid of, doorways?
sometimes.
Yeah. I can see that
The
happen.
dining room dresser.
There it is. You grew up in the Motor City. Were you a fan of the Lions growing up?
Not at all.
Not at all.
All right. They just used to suck.
They did.
I'm glad that they're doing better now, but it was just bad.
Yeah, for sure. So who did you root on? Or who was your favorite player even?
Favorite player was Calais Campbell.
Sure.
Yeah, just because we,
About the same size. Right.
same comparison, same body type. So just watching his game, I grew to love him.
Were you always the biggest kid?
Nah, it wasn't until my sophomore year where I jumped from 5'11" to 6'5".
Wow.
Yeah, the 2 year or the year of COVID. As soon as we got back into school, yeah, because it was going into my junior year, and I came back. Everybody why are you so tall? I'm like, I thought everybody was growing this way,
Right?
Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't always the tall guy.
But you played basketball, you played football at a really high level. You got recruited by everybody under the sun, which leads me to my question. So he got recruited by Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Michigan.
There we go.
How do you end up at Kentucky with all those other power programs reaching out to you?
No lie, Buffalo is kind of like Lexington, and the Kentucky fan base and everything, you know, it just feels like family. Like the connections that I made with the coaches, I knew that they last a lifetime, even in high school. So I know that I made the right choice now.
So some simple things about you. How do you pass the time? What were you a gamer?
Yeah.
Do you garden? Do you cook?
Oh no,
No.
I'm straight DoorDash. But nah, I'm a gamer. I'm playing Marvel Rivals and like 2K, Madden, NCAA. But then I'm a bowler as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So quick story. A few years ago, I was doing a charity event at a bowling alley. Everything was clearing out, and one guy walked in all by himself with his bowling ball and his giant soccer ball calves. His name was Dion Dawkins. He's a pretty good bowler from what I hear.
Yeah. He is Keon's. I haven't played with Keon, but I know I kill him.
Yeah.
But you know.
What's your best game?
Somewhere in the 280s. So one strike off.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, bowling in Buffalo is a big deal. People bowl all the time, so you're fitting right in, and you're making some fans right out of the gate doing that. How about music? Warm-up song?
I don't know. I like raw wave.
Okay.
You know, I like to chill out before the game start. You know, like the calm before the storm.
Sure.
So, you know, it's real mellow.
Yep.
Whenever I listen to it.
All right. You're a big dude. What's the most you've ever eaten in one sitting?
It was as soon as I got here. Yeah, it was some wings.
Wings?
Yeah,
30? Less?
they were smaller wings. It was from Lenovo.
Okay.
So they were like, you know, tiny. So
Unlike wing nuts, which are like this,
yeah,
right?
wing nut,
Right?
yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then so far, so we haven't still determined how many wings you ate, but you think it was like a couple dozen, probably.
Around 30.
30 in one sitting. Pretty impressive stuff. Yeah, Joey Chestnut's got nothing on you. And I also understand that you're a flat guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so bands of flat.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so he's wearing the flat. I got the drum because I'm a drum guy. It doesn't matter what I do. But last thing, if you weren't a football player, what do you think you'd be? Or what would you want to be?
I want to be a mental health therapist for college athletes.
Yeah.
Athletes. But, you know, just because I didn't have one growing up, you know, I got one like my last year of college. So just knowing the struggles, knowing what people go through, and knowing the effects of all of it, because I've had friends that went through it as well. I just want to be there to help.
Yeah, that sounds great, man. That says a lot about who you are and what your makeup is, so appreciate that answer. All right, stay right here. We're going to go away for a second, but before we do, you hear the term culture, you hear the term fit, process, repeated by the Bills coaching staff and management all the time, right? As they build their best. Well, the same can be said for Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center and the way they build their team to be the best in treating cancer, and of course, fighting cures for all the different cancers out there as well. I had a chance to sit down with Dr. Wong, who walks us through Roswell's team building approach. We talk about this championship football team all the time and the championship caliber of talent that has to be recruited to keep up that excellence. Same fit for Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. Dr. Wong joins us now to tell us a little bit about the way you build your championship team.
Absolutely. So we are held to a high standard. We're a NCI designated comprehensive cancer center. Everyone here is a first round draft pick. We bring them in, they have to perform, and we measure against ourselves, and we're brutally honest with ourselves. And that's the kind of stuff that you need to do to, to build a winning team.
You have to go on universal searches, right? Global searches, national searches to find these first round draft picks to join your team.
Correct. If you look through our roster, people from all over the world, from institutions in the US, in Canada, and essentially around the world.
There's a lot of fit and culture. You hear about Coach McDermott talking about things like that all the time with his team. With your team, the same applies.
The important thing is everybody brings their own superpower. We're good in the stuff that we do well and integrate into a larger sort of team mentality. That's what makes us win.
So for anybody that was to come to Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center for treatment, for diagnosis, they are to know that your team is built for one purpose, and that is to be the best.
To be the best looking after that patient.
Dr. Wong, thanks so much. Appreciate it for doing this.
Glad to be here.
Welcome back to another episode of Epic Under the Helmet from Ring Nuts, brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. Mafia and Ice, loud and proud, making Deone Walker feel welcome. I'm Rich Gensler. And before we talk about your breakout performance in the Panther game, which we definitely want to spend some time with for sure, we want to talk a little bit about Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center and Buffalo Under the Helmet and how we've all sort of teamed together with Paula's Donuts, who have created the official donut of Buffalo Under the Helmet, with 50% of the proceeds on these donuts going towards Roswell Park's most pressing needs at the hospital. We're talking patient care programs, seed research, and a whole lot more. And of course, we're calling you, Buffalo, to go to Paula's, uplift life-changing initiatives that Roswell is working through on a daily basis, and help out and support Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center by getting these special, official Buffalo Under the Helmet donuts at Paula's. So we're going to do your sweet play of the game in a moment, but before we do that, speaking of Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center, we have to sort of shift gears a little bit to a different sport. Now, you're a hockey guy. Of course, they have the Red Wings in Detroit. They got the Sabres here. Never play?
No.
Never been to a game?
I've been to a Kentucky game. Yeah.
Okay. A Kentucky hockey game?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know Kentucky had a hockey game.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day on this show, right? So you've seen it, you've watched it. I know a lot of your teammates have been to some Sabres games, and I'm sure you'll get there at some point, right?
Yeah.
Hanging out, if they can make a jersey big enough for you. This is, though, the 14th season, and I and a lot of you in this room have probably been a part of this. It's Hockey Fights Cancer Night this Saturday night downtown at the arena. Puck drops 7 o'clock. The Sabres and the Caps, Ovi, coming into town to take on your Sabres. Listen, if you can't attend in person, lots of ways to be part of this event and support the night. Bring a Hockey Fights Cancer to you and your loved ones, either by being there or not. Here's how you can do it. You can purchase a 50-50 raffle ticket, as proceeds will benefit the most pressing needs at Roswell Park. You buy a mystery signed New Era cap for $40. I've done this before. I'm not kidding you. I got a Hashick hat by doing this one year. Not kidding. That's the kind of things you could get. It's limited to 300 during the broadcast or 900 in arena. Watch for the online auction as well to start on game night. All your information is at roswellpark.org. Another extension of the way you in Buffalo can help out Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. All right, so let's talk about the Panther game. Look, I mean, the Panthers come in, they had this awesome run game, right? They got Dowdle, they got Chuba Hubbard. You guys, your last game against Bijan wasn't particularly great. So what changed besides having a week off?
I say going into the bye, Coach Babbage only talked about stopping the run. You know, gap integrity, doing your 111, having trust in the people behind me, because there were a lot of plays the Falcons game I messed up. I did, but you know, just trusting in my vets and everybody that's out there, trusting that they're gonna put the best guys out there whenever they need to be.
So let's talk about the vets, and let's first of all talk about Ed Oliver. Obviously, his injury is tough for the team. Talk about his impressions on you thus far and why he's enabled you to excel when you're playing right next to him.
I feel like he enables me to excel because he's just a big kid. Like, he's a little kid in a big man's body, like, literally. He just got so much energy. We would be out at practice, he'd just start punching me for no reason and run away. Like that's something my little sister would do. Like, come on. But no, you know, Ed, that's my guy. He's a great vet. He's taught me so much in the little time that I've been here. You know, he really sets the standard for me and TJ and Landon. So we know that we got to come in every day ready to work.
Yeah, we can't wait for TJ to get back right and help you guys out in the middle of that D-line. But talk about the other vets that just came back for the Panther game, Ogunjobi and Hoyt. I mean, these guys are playing with their hair on fire, and they had impact in their first game back, right?
Yeah, Mike is that guy. Mike, he's a hard-nosed player. Like, he's going to run down your face. Then after you do that, he's going to swim past you. Like, he has so many counters to everything, and that just shows the amount of preparation that he puts in each week. And Larry, you know, I call him my other vet. He don't really talk. Even if we say a joke, you know, everybody in the D-line room kidding around, he'll just look away and then start smiling. And you can only see it out that side of his face. But, you know, he's a guy, too. He gets extra hours in with Coach West, Coach Nielsen, and Red. So, you know.
So let's talk about the fact that you get drafted by the Bills, but prior to you being drafted by the Bills, your college teammate was drafted by the Bills. How exciting was it for you to finally see Max playing in a game against Carolina and the two of you playing on the field together as Bills?
Nah, it meant the world. I know it meant the world to him, but it also meant the world to me. Just knowing the trials that he's been through, you know, all the bad nights where he's mad because he can't play. He wants to be out there, you know. He's in the training room every day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Like, he was putting in so much work off the field that now that he's on it and he's excelling, you know, I can't do nothing but be happy for him.
Yeah, that sounds great. And we're so excited of everything he's capable of doing for us going forward, right? I got to ask you this question, too. You mentioned Bobby Babich. Your head coach is a guy who's got a defensive background, clearly. Does Coach McDermott ever, pop his head into the D-line rooms to see what's going on, or ever sit in your meetings and kind of give his input?
No, not really. He'll just come into the defensive meeting room whenever we're meeting as a defense, just coming in, giving his words with his thoughts on, our game plan, what we need to look into, as well as what Coach Babich say already.
Awesome. And finally, of course, it's time for the Paula's Donut Sweet Play of the Game, which is from you, courtesy of Deone Walker. This guy was a beast in this game. And give it up for Dion for what he did against the Panther. Great stuff, man. Talk about the foaming recovery.
Oh, my mind went blank. But no, I'm giving out a big thank you to Mike. You know, he's the one that got the ball out the quarterback hands. You know, I was just countering. I seen the ball go out. I was looking to retrace, run out to the receiver, but ball just bounced on the ground. I grabbed it, and I didn't know what to do. I wish I could tell you what I was thinking. I grabbed the ball. I took one step, got almost, killed by number 5, Rico. But, you know, it was a good moment. You know, I'm glad that we got that. You know, it was great. You know, having a home game where that happens, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it felt like a home game, right?
That's what it felt
with
like.
all the Mafia there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, crazy. And that's a cool thing and you will experience that a lot, as you'll see in the games coming up. Well, Buffalo, don't forget to visit Paul's Donuts and try out the official donut of Buffalo under the helmet. Grab yours. And bring us through the feeling of the emotion by eating this that you just felt. Because trust me, when you eat this, there will be this rush of joy. But this is it. It benefits the Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center with $1.75 on every Buffalo Under the Helmet donut. Goes back to Roswell Park's most pressing needs at the hospital. So don't miss your chance to change lives and enjoy this delicious donut. Dion, cheers to you.
Come on.
Take a bite real quick.
Oh, that's good.
Huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's messy. Am I a mess? Is it a problem?
You a little bit.
Okay, good.
You got a little stash going on.
Fantastic. Fantastic. It is a cinnamon donut with a cream topping and a sugar cookie on top. Oh, thank you. And also some red and blue, obviously red, white, and blue Bills colors. Bills frosting on top, drizzled on there. It is absolutely delicious. Check it out at Paula's and help us benefit Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. All right, I got to get this down a route or something and move on. As the show continues next, we're going to talk about the Chiefs game coming up. As we're here at Wingnuts, Mafia, send us to a break. We're brought to you by the Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center with Deone Walker on which games are on Buffalo Under the Helmet.
Buffalo Under the Helmet is presented by Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. Before you make any treatment or surgery decisions, please spend just one day at Roswell Park. And sponsored by Paula's Donuts, made with love. Wingnuts, our official home. Athlete Accolades, where the love for the game lives on. Vision Financial Group, your future, our focus. And Team Lammy, the full-service agency to connect your brand to the Buffalo community.
Once again, Wingnuts is lit with the Bills Mafia in the house. I'm Rich Ken for Deone Walker, Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center, presenting. And the Mafia babes are in the house. They have been religious about being at Buffalo to the helmet, which is super cool. So let's talk a little bit about the Chiefs game here, Dion. A year ago, you're watching Mahomes and Kelsey and the rest of the Chiefs. You can feel free to boo everybody if you want. That's fine. Yeah. So you're watching them on TV a year ago. This Sunday, you're strapping it up against those guys. I mean, do you have butterflies just thinking about it?
Yeah, it's a different feeling for sure. But, I feel like that week 1 matchup really chilled things out for me within terms of, like, I'm playing against them now.
Right.
Like, I feel like, especially week 1 at home against a big-time opponent, you couldn't beat that as a welcome to the league moment.
Sure. And obviously this will be another one in this game, which is so massive, and the AFC is getting a little bit tighter now, right? You guys come off a 40-9 win over Carolina. The Chiefs obviously win against the Commanders. So it seems like both teams now going in the right direction, and it's going to be another one of those great games seemingly. So speaking of the butterflies, is it really true? Like you might go out of because we've been talking a little bit doing this show, and you're like, no, I'm a little bit more nervous than I would be going out of the tunnel because you wear the helmet and no one can really see you. I get it. You're in front of a live audience. It's a little bit different, right? So for you, is it true when the game starts and you get that first collision and that first bit of contact? Now is it these guys? I don't care who they are, how famous they are, how much money they make. Now they're just your peers, right? And your opponent.
Yeah, I feel like you really. Of course, you're thinking that while I'm getting ready pre-game, everything like that, when the coach is talking, but until you get that first hit, that's when you're going to know what type of day you're going to have, like what type of game you're going to have, You got to get your pads under you. You just got to feel it.
So for guys in this case, so I could expect you as a rookie maybe getting up a little bit more for the Kansas City Chiefs, right, in this game as opposed to maybe somebody else. Although I know they say, hey, one game at a time, get ramped up. But somewhere deep down inside, I feel like there's got to be a little bit more juice flowing for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I say this, the little kid in me is always going to have that little, like, I'm playing against Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Like, I'm playing against them now. I was just watching them a year or two, not even a year ago, a few months ago. But, the coaches have done a great job at, whenever we're in the facility, we know that we can beat them. Whenever we're in the facility, it's about us, not them, because when it comes down to it, all we can do is beat ourselves.
We're watching the Commanders game, the Chiefs-Commanders game, and Mahomes is looking like a ballerina back there. I mean, he's running inside and out and in circles and hopping over people. So what does it take to contain a guy like that?
Just rushing 4-1. Of course, we got to try and get him off his spot, but our ends have to do a great job at, walling him off. He likes to run east and west. He doesn't really go out and back. He tries to get through the B gaps and all that. So we got to do a good job at countering a yard past the level. Is that what he said? Yeah, a yard past the level, but I feel like we're going to do a good job at doing that.
Yeah, for sure. They run a lot of motion, too. I mean, when you see motion happening, you're obviously on the other side of the football watching, and you can see it, from your line of sight. What does that do in terms of your thought process as to, based on your film study, where you think the ball or the play might be going?
I mean, it depends on what we see in the film study. If they run most of their runs towards their tight end and their tight end is motioning over, they more than likely gonna run it that way. So it's little tendencies like that, just knowing what they do in different personnels and stuff like that.
And I know back in the day they would always say, if you're an interior lineman, you're looking at basically the three-point stance and the fingers of the guy across from you. If there's a little bit of a lean forward or back, you look at that.
You can't really tell with centers unless they're about to pull.
Yep.
But other than that, with the guards, you can tell. A big thing now is 3-point stands or 2-point stands. You know, like we just played Carolina. Every time it was in the 2-point stands, we was thinking pass. But when they was in 3, you know, a downhill run or something.
Yeah, and you guys got coached up and you played your butts off, and it was a great win for you guys. And congratulations to you for that. And of course, can't wait for this game. 4:25 Sunday afternoon, Bills Chiefs. It doesn't get much better than that. And you're a big part of that, so we look forward to that. All right, stay right here. All of these people out here in our live audience here at Wingnuts, they've all supplied some questions for you. So we're going to take some fan questions when we come back. This is Deone Walker, DT, Bills rookie, University of Kentucky, on Buffalo Under the Helmet from Wingnuts. We'll be back with our final segment after this. Brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. Stay right here.
Buffalo fans know what it means to celebrate heart, grit, and tradition. That's why Athlete Accolades is here, helping you capture those unforgettable sports moments with custom plaques, memorabilia, and displays made just for fans like you. Whether it's honoring a legendary play, your favorite player, or your own sports journey, Athlete Accolades turns memories into keepsakes you can treasure forever. Check them out at athleteaccolades.com and bring the pride of Buffalo into your home.
Mafia running wild here at Wingnuts. You've been to home with Buffalo Under the Helmet. Thank you so much to Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center for bringing the show to you. Episode 3. One more time for Deone Walker, everybody. In the house, Bills rookie DT. Crushing it. Crushing it. Guys, like, I'm a little nervous. He's crushing it, right? He's crushing it. Yeah, you got a future in this, man. Time to do some fan questions. Before we do, we want you to remember to consider visiting the QR code on screen or the link in the description to support Roswell Park, their efforts to change lives. And of course, you have those tents for the people in-house here in Wingnuts. Use those QR codes as well to help donate now to help with all the programs Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center does to not only treat but also look for cures and everything fighting cancer. So do that now if you would. Fan questions. Here we go, Dion.
Come on.
First off, where's Brantley? Brantley's right here. Brantley writes, Dion, why did you decide to play football? Also, let's go Buffalo. Way to go, Brantley.
First it was, you know, I was a little kid, didn't want to do that, wanted to stay in the house or play with my friends, crying. Yeah, I cried a lot when I was a kid, but
Now he makes other people cry.
yeah. But I grew to love it. Like, you know, I just love the connections that you build, the friendships that you make, the different types of teammates that you can have. You know, like me, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. TJ from South Carolina. Landon is from Texarkana, which I didn't even know that place existed. So it's like, but you know, it just brings everyone together, no matter if you're watching it, playing it, cheering it on, anything, you know? So, yeah.
Good question, Brantley. Thank you for that. I have to piggyback on, you know, you're a little kid, and that's when you started playing football. And I asked you during a break if you ever played on offense, and you told me
Quarterback and tackle.
played quarterback.
But quarterback, yeah.
So are you lobbying Joe Brady? Hey, look, if you know.
Let's just say if I get the ball a few times, you know, I show what I can do.
Okay.
You know, I can keep it high and tight. So
There you go.
you know, I hope I can get some.
Awesome. Now, but you also told me that you've never scored a touchdown.
Yeah, no, never. My longest run was like 40 yards. It was a QB keeper, a fake halfback dive. We like 7 or 8, so yeah, it was bad. So I just ran to the sideline and hoped to not get tackled.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, you're the tallest guy on the Bills currently. So maybe you on a trick play down by the goal line, Dion's caught touchdowns, and maybe you're next.
No, I think that's his spot for now. You know, I need a few more games under me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, here's another fan question from Colin. He writes in, do you play fantasy football?
Yeah, I'm horrible. Bottom of the league last 3 years. You know, it's all right. We the dark horse.
Dude, what's your team name?
We gonna show you.
We gonna show you how to lose.
I didn't get Josh. Who is my quarterback? I wanted Josh Allen, couldn't get him because we started it right after I got drafted here. So, but No, I know I got Ray though. I got Ray and T-Bass.
Okay, there you go. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, he's selling me. That's what it is. You got to talk to him.
Lauren, where's Lauren? There she is, right there. All right, Lauren, she writes in, which veteran player took you under their wing when you came to Buffalo, and how did they make you feel welcome?
I'd say AJ. It was really all the defensive line vets. You know, they throw little dinners. You know, invite you over to the house. But I feel like the best person that I would say is DQ. You know, no matter if it's helping me find somewhere to take my girl out to eat, no matter anything, he's there for. I can call him right now and he'll answer. You know.
Should we call DQ? Kidding. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do it. Where's Kathy? Kathy Opalak? Right there. All right. Kathy writes in. This is a great question. The best we've had in all 3 episodes, Kathy, by the way. No disrespect to you guys, but congrats on your turkey giveaway last year in Kentucky. Will you be doing it again to support families in Buffalo?
I'm gonna try. I've been talking with some of my people, and we gonna try. Probably not gonna happen this year. I'm pushing for this year, but no matter what, we gonna have it next year.
So be on the lookout. And where's Mark Raska? Where's Mark?
In the corner.
In the corner? There's Mark. Mark's behind a speaker. We couldn't see him. So after an outstanding career at Kentucky, how excited were you to get drafted by the Bills, knowing that the MVP was here, and how well the team has played 5 consecutive AFC East titles and all of that? How excited were you? How pumped were you? Max gets picked before you, obviously.
Yeah.
So add that to the mix. How excited were you to get picked by the Bills?
I was so excited. You know, Ray even being here before.
Right.
Like the year before, KJ Hamler was here. So, you know, I knew I could come here and have people that I knew, so I could feel more welcome. Because I didn't know how it was at Kentucky, but I had Max and other guys that I knew growing up that went to Kentucky. So it's kind of the same feeling like that. You know, I'm nervous, but at least I got my people that I know.
Do you feel like all of these are your people now?
Yeah. All right, Lord Bill's Mafia.
All right. Well, thank you for the fan question. Thanks to all of you. Give yourselves a nice round of applause, Bills Mafia. Great job. And to Wingnuts, thank them. They're the official home of Buffalo Under the Helmet. One more time for Deone Walker, everybody. We will be back here November 10th at Wingnuts Bar and Grill with another very special guest. Thanks for tuning in to Buffalo Under the Helmet. Thank you to Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. And again, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to Buffalo Under the Helmet, presented by Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.
Family First Myth.